Hello, I am Celso. Are you curious about secondary sources? Well, you've come to the right place or the right video. Me and my group mates will discuss to you what secondary sources are. On the red corner, we have Chris on.
Secondary sources is a work that analyze and interpret the historical event, era, and phenomenon. It will also collect, organize, and repackage the primary source information to increase the usability and the speed of delivery, such as an online encyclopedia. Like the primary sources, secondary materials can be written or non-written.
Thank you for that wonderful explanation, Chris Ann. And now, Felix, Gideon, and Lexter. Give us some examples.
Bibliography, and its main purpose is to give credit to the author whose work you've consulted in your research. It also makes it easy for a reader to find out more about your topic by delving into the research that you've used to write your paper. A list of work on a subject or by an author that were used or consulted to write the research paper, book, or an article. It can also be referred to as a list of work cited. It is usually found in the end of a book or an article or a research paper. And examples are dictionary, encyclopedia, bibliographies, almanac, atlases, and handbooks. Article from any magazine, journal, and newspaper after the events is considered secondary sources because you are not analyzing the article itself, you are using it for background information. So literature review articles such as book review also considered secondary sources. If the researcher presents another researcher's idea about a certain topic, you are reading as secondary sources. But either what source it is, it must be reliable, must be according to its accuracy, authority, and coverage. History book, other popular and scholarly book involve analysis, interpretation, or the evaluation of the original information which falls to secondary sources.
Secondary sources examples are reference books, which give specific facts or an overview. This may include dictionaries, which hold definitions, encyclopedia, which hold articles of topics on every field, atlas, a collection of various maps of the earth. Other examples of secondary sources may include articles from a magazine that holds information with a more creative design, journal which record with more detail, newspaper which hold information of current events, and many more.
An article review is a piece of writing where you summarize and assess another person's article. It entails a logical evaluation of the central theme of the article, supporting arguments and implications for further research. The main purpose of writing a review is to create a readable synthesis for the best resources available in the literature for an important research question. History book. A book that has its setting of a period of history and attempt to convey the spirit, manners, and social condition of a past age, with realistic details and fidelity to historical fact. The purpose of history book. It makes us aware about our past and the shared past. It provides insight into the process and events of the past and interconnects them. History serves as a warning. Literature review and review article. The literature review is a written overview of major writings and other sources in a selected topic. Sources covered in the review may include scholarly journal articles, books, government reports, websites, etc. The literature review provides a description, summary, and evaluation of each sources. The purpose of literature review is to gain an understanding of the existing research and debate relevant to a particular topic or area of study, and to present that knowledge in the form of written report.
In sciences, secondary sources are publications about the significance of experiment and research. It could be defined also as analysis of clinical trial and results of the review of experiments and trials. Sometimes, secondary sources could give more rightful information than primary sources because author or writer could interpret and analyzes the event or content.
Secondary sources could be defined as
So, secondary sources can also be defined as something that is not an evidence but rather a commentary or discussion of the evidence. So, basically, these sources expands and broadens the understanding of the primary source.
Written as accounts that are written after the fact and influenced by insight or a higher level of understanding about the situation.
Secondary sources could also be defined as offer analysis or restate elements of primary sources. So this means that secondary sources only state the primary sources again, but in a different way.
Thank you guys for watching and have a very day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and subscribe down below. Smash that notification bell. And see you next time. Yeah.
Sa ngayon, nais kong sabihin, for the last time, sa huling pagkakataon, ang buhay ay weather lang. Hanggang sa muli, kapamilya. Salamat po.
Kana imong vegetable. Rabisco crackers, chocolate and peanut butter. Salsa peas on the mic, ladies hide your daughter. Seven siya og flavor, favorite na ko i-savor. Basta dagag color iyang wrapper. Strawberry, pink,